Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. This is the TAFA, MA, and chart analysis for March 9th, 2022. And yes, everything is up today. However, I don't know how much of that is due to the executive order and how much of that is actually due to the oil prices dropping. If it's all due to oil prices dropping, I do not expect this surge to last very long, because oil prices are not going to continue dropping, not while the war is going on. I think people acted a little too harshly to oil prices rising yesterday, and the thing is, people realize that Russian oil doesn't really make up too much of American imports, so oil prices dropping, Brent crude dropping about 16% overnight, will definitely help it right now. But it's not going to be continuously dropping. I think gas prices will continue to be high at least until May or June. Maybe it'll start to come down then as people have more demand for driving gas when the warm weather actually arrives. Now, they won't need it so much to heat homes, but they will actually need it to drive. So we don't really know how much of this is attributed to EO and how much of that is attributed to gas. If the amount that's attributed to oil prices dropping, I don't think will actually last long. The executive order might have longer lasting effects. I think overall the EO was positive. It did not shed any negative light on crypto. Yes, it mentioned things like illicit uses, but they've always mentioned that. But it also mentioned things that they want to promote innovation, and crypto could actually have a lot of uses. And the thing is, the focus of it in the future is definitely going to be on stable coins. So America is definitely looking for ways to use crypto and get the benefits of the jobs that's actually created from crypto. So from that perspective, the EO was not bad at all. It didn't really mention anything negative. It didn't say it would ban crypto. It basically championed KYC AML in many places, but that was going to really happen anyways. And I don't think KYC AML scares most crypto people because we've been talking about it for the last year and a half, 2 years. So everything is going to be KYC AML, that's for sure, but it's not a bad thing for the crypto market overall. And I think some people were just scared stiff that Biden might just ban crypto, especially because of the Russian sanctions. That obviously did not happen. So I think some of that fear is relieved. So let's say I think it might even out around $40,000 because that's a good resistance support point. And if half of this rise is due to the whole gas prices being a little cheaper today, that's not going to last. So half of it should actually retrace. So I'm thinking about $40,000 for the kind of break even point until something else happens. There could be a sudden surge, but at the same time, with economic uncertainty on the horizon, with the war still going on, I'm not really sure why it would actually surge. If you look on the 5-day chart, yes, we are way up on the 5-day. So on the weekly, we are definitely up right now. But that is a very, very short time frame. And like I said, half of this could actually be temporary. On the monthly, we're not really up or down on the monthly. I think we're slightly down on the monthly because we actually started off up here before the whole invasion happened. But since the post-invasion, we have actually been going up. Now, the next level you want to look at is definitely this 45,000 marker, and not only on the monthly graph, but on the 3-monthly as well. Because this is not only the height this is not the height that we've achieved just locally after the initial invasion dump, but this is, if you look back even further, this is actually the height we actually had even towards the beginning of the year. And really 45,000, if we go much above 45,000, we'll go past the last plateau. And the last plateau extends all the way back to January. So essentially, we'll be breaking, basically, if we go past 46,000, we will be breaking a new high since January. And that's a fairly long period of time. If we go above 46,000, we could actually be going up to 52 very, very shortly. And I think going back to 46,000, that's also kind of the point where the 50 EMA will actually surpass the 200 EMA. So 46,000 is a major bull marker. Of course, like I said, we can't really dump below 33,000, or that's a major bear marker. So those are the two markers I'm looking at. 33 to 34 is the bear marker, and then around 46,000 would be the bull marker right now. We're right in the middle of that right now, and I do expect us to go back towards around 40,000 and stay there for a while until more extra news comes. if you look at the analysis, if you look at the numbers, everything has actually turned positive all the way down to the 50 EMA. The oscillators also seem to say buy, but the RSI and the stochastic are both neutral. The momentum in the MACD level says buy, but like I said, if a lot of that is due to suddenly like retracing oil prices in the last day, I don't think that will actually last long, because I don't think oil prices are going to come down anymore, because there is a war going on in Europe and America still needs gas. So for me, like taking that into account, the oscillators are pretty much neutral. The moving averages, they are a buy right now, but I would be very, very careful, because like I think the stock markets are actually pumping right now because of the retracing oil and gases last night, and I don't expect that to continue anytime soon. And the 50 is still way below the 200. The 200 is at 45, the 50 is at 41, still 4,000 apart. So I don't really expect any of this to change anytime soon. So like, I think some of this exponential moving average is definitely being affected by the sudden retracing gas prices. Therefore, even though the technicals do say buy right now, I would actually just say hold on until we have like the 46,000 confirmation, or the 34,000 confirmation, whichever way you think it actually goes, because I don't think this drop in oil prices will last very, very long. We'll have to see what Brent crude does tomorrow, and I think like that's going to move a lot of the market. But right now, like the technical indicators do say buy, but I don't agree with that, because once again, the oil thing is kind of temporary. The weekly, the 10 is saying buy, but the 20 is still saying sell. Over the 100 and 200 is actually saying buy as well. But realistically, I do think the oscillators are actually kind of neutral. Yes, the awesome oscillator and the MACD levels say sell, but if you look at the commodity channel index, stochastic, and RSI, they're still those are the main three I look at. They are neutral. The average directional index is not very strong, so I don't think the oscillators really tell me all that much. The moving averages, this is only a buy right now because, once again, of the oil price sudden change yesterday night. And unless that continues, unless oil prices continue to drop, I don't really see this maintaining the buy marker. So I would be very careful on the weekly, and I also wouldn't buy. I'm probably more favoring on the sell, because I do think we will drop back down in the 40,000 territory. Could be wrong, but I do think we'll drop back in the 40,000 territory. In terms of the month, the 10 is still a sell. That's the only one I really look at. So monthly, it is still a sell. It's always going to be tenuous sell for me right now on the monthly, as long as this war is actually going on. And I don't really see either side really resolving this very, very soon. So I do expect us to be on a sell for a while. I think right now, this is kind of a bull trap. And it's bull trap because it's kind of a temporary event that actually happened last night, probably because the oil prices jumped a little too much the day before, and people are just realizing that. But since I don't expect the prices to keep retracing, I do believe this is a bull trap built on temporarily falling energy prices for a day. So that's what I believe. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I hope to see you tomorrow.